Hello, friend. I am Kat, the Nurse Flipper, and I'm excited to share this with you. It is summertime. It is hot as you know what here in Florida. We're in the high 90s, sometimes 100. And that got me to thinking about beach towels. So if you watch me, you know I pick up vintage beach towels. I actually just sold a beach towel for $60 this week. That's what kind of nudged me towards this video. So I'm going to show you beach towels that sell for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. If you are not looking at beach towels when you are sourcing, whether it's at estate sales, at thrift stores, at garage sales, you could be passing up a lot of money. And when I say that, I really mean it. And this is actually the first research video in a long time that I couldn't stop at 20. So I'm going to show you the top 30 selling beach towels. Some of these are vintage and used. There are some that are new. Mine that I sold was new. You will find them new. People get them for promos or they buy them with intention of going to the beach. They never use them. You might even have some beach towels in your closet that are worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars and you just don't know. So unexpected things that sell for big money. I'm going to show you the top 30 selling beach towels on eBay in July 2024. Okay, if you are looking for something to add to your store and what you source and what you sell, beach towels is a good thing. They're not hard to photograph. They're not hard to ship. They will not break. And some of them are super valuable. So since I couldn't stop at 20 and I have 30 to go, let's go ahead and just get into this. This was one of my favorite movies. I think it still is. So first up is a rare vintage Slimer Ghostbusters beach towel. Slimed. It does say wall decor, but it is a giant beach towel. This one sold for a best offer on $84. So watch for movie promo towels. Here you can see this one is dated 1984 and 1986. Definitely a vintage piece and really great color still on this. I want you to know, though, they will still sell if they are faded. Do not think they will not, because they will. This one was a great sale at $84, but they did accept a best offer. Up next is one that I would not have known, and that is a vintage 80s Cliban Love a Cat large beach towel. It does say black and white lip smack. This one sold for $99.95. So this one, you can see the kill band down there on the bottom. Definitely something I'm going to now remember. This one is a little bit faded and it does show some wear. Here is the tag. It was on a Burlington tag, made in the USA, and amazing, amazing sale. $99 for a towel. Up next is a vintage Wow What a Catch. I wanted to put this up here because this risque, sexy type thing sells on a lot of things. So this was an auction. It was started at $75. It got 5 bids, sold for $112.99 for a vintage towel. There's the Wow What a Catch. So the risque stuff will sell. Definitely keep your eye out and pick it up. Up next is another one. I would have picked this up, but I would have had no clue it was worth as much as it sold for. This is a vintage Zodiac signs beach towel blanket. They did put black and white astrology from the 70s, 7 Cs. This one sold for a best offer on $120. So watch for this. There were several of these that sold that high. Watch for 7 Cs vintage towels. There's that tag. And this one was an amazing, amazing sale. $120 for a vintage towel. Next up is the first of designer towels you will see. I'm actually going to show you quite a few because I feel like these might get missed. So this is a vintage YSL Yves Saint Laurent logo beach towel, large, from the 80s, oversized. It is pre-owned. That YSL gives it away. This one sold for $119.80. There is the whole tag. I feel like some people might not realize the worth of an old beach towel, right? So I feel you might still be able to get a good deal on these. There is that 1980 Yves Saint Laurent tag. It did have some issues. They're pointing out some pulls here, some staining, and still sold for almost $120. Next up is another Zodiac towel. So definitely a trend that I am seeing with these high dollar vintage towels is the Zodiac stuff. This is a vintage colorful Zodiac signs lightweight terry cloth beach towel. This one sold for $124.95. They are saying it's new without tags. It doesn't appear to have been used. I think this still would have sold high even if it was used. And here you are able to see the tag, Terry Treasure of California. Watch for Zodiac stuff, guys. There was quite a few Zodiac towels in those top selling, and this one sold for almost $125. Next up is one I definitely would have picked up. This is a vintage 1960s beach towel, Flower Power, groovy, hippie. They did put Brady Bunch, Surf Cannon. This one sold for $129.95. And here you can see it is a used towel. They are showing the pull there. Sunseeker. This is a really, really cute towel. And amazing, amazing sale at $129.95. Up next is an Adidas SBZL Mod Trefoil Originals Retro Beach Towel. This one, they have one left. They have sold 6 of them. I just wanted to show you this in case you happen to come across one of these used one day. This one sold for $119.90, and it is an Adidas towel, guys. So doesn't necessarily have to be those designer brands. We are going to see some designer brands that sold really high, but this Adidas towel sold for $119.90. All right, this is something I would have had back in the 90s. This is a vintage 90s MTV beach towel, singing parrots, guitars with a Walkman television rare. This sold for $147.05. This is an amazing print. Here you can see that MTV network, and there is that faded tag. This is a used towel, guys, and it sold for almost $150. One that I wanted to put on here because I want you to watch for events and stuff that would have been a special promo. So they actually had 2 of these. It looks like they've sold one. They have one left. This is a Roland Garros French Open Championship Tennis. This is from 2013. It's not vintage, but it sold for $150. So watch for those tennis events, the golfing events. Look those up because those aren't made in a mass quantity. So this one was a great sale at $150. All right, next up, if you have not seen my video, I did a video on all Lisa Frank stuff. I will pop that up top for you. I got a big lot of Lisa Frank stuff. I didn't get any towels. I wish I did. This is a vintage 90s Lisa Frank Unicorn Rainbow Bath Towel. It sold for a best offer on $149.99. 90s and 80s Lisa Frank sells high. This even had some stains. There's that Jay Franco tag. Watch out for Lisa Frank. A lot of the high dollar selling towels were from her. Up next is another really, really cool one. This is a vintage Royal Terry Flower Power Beach Towel, hippie and boho. Notice the theme here, guys. This one sold for $150. This is another used one. These are not new. Look at the vibrant blues and greens, those birds, the love one another. You can see the B&D down here, so that's something to watch out for. There is the Royal Terry tag, an amazing, amazing sale at $150. Up next is another one that's a promo. So I'm telling you guys, watch for those promo towels. This is a vintage New York City Ballet Hilazzo beach towel. It does say State Theater, Lincoln Center. This one sold for a best offer on $149.99. It does say there are a few stains. So still sold for $150 with a few stains on it. There you can see they're pointing one out. There is another one. So you do want to make sure to point out any flaws on these so the buyers are not caught off guard when they come. But this one was an amazing sale. They're showing all those flaws and sold for almost $150. Next up is one that was driven by Splash Mountain Closing. So this is a Disney Park Splash Mountain beach towel. It does say rare, discontinued. This one was new with the tag. Again, you will find them because people buy them as souvenirs and don't use them. So almost $150. Check the beach towels. Check the Disney towels. If they were a limited edition and not that many were made, you could make a lot of money. Next up is another promo. Cigarette Racing Team 100% cotton beach embossed logo pool towel. Another that sold for a best offer on $150. So this says Offshore Legend. You can see it's just a small logo in the middle of a white towel. Here is the tag on that. And this one was made in China, 100% cotton made in China, sold for a best offer on $150. Quite a few of these in the top. This is a rare Supreme beach towel. It is the Redbox logo. This one says it's 10,000% authentic. This one sold for $150. Watch for these Supreme towels. Again, there were quite a few of these that sold at that $150 point. Up next is a Love Shack Fancy Hurley Beach Towel. It does say pocket floral reversible, new with tags. A Hurley towel, it surprised me. It sold for $160. Here you can see the photographs. Again, it is a new one. There it is. But I have seen towels like this at estate sales brand new. So amazing sale. Keep your eye out for Hurley as well as reversible. I think the reversible print on this is important to remember. Next is a Ralph Lauren Polo Boy beach towel. This is new with tags. They have 3 available. They sold one for $178.99. There were quite a few Ralph Lauren with the bears, so that's why I wanted to show you this. Make sure you guys watch for Ralph Lauren. Really, honestly, almost anything Ralph Lauren with a bear has, in my experience, been worth quite a bit of money. Another Ralph Lauren, but this one is a double RL. White Cotton Terry Eagle Crest. This one sold 2 of them for $199 each. So again, Ralph Lauren, guys, keep an eye out for it. Here you can see it's just RRL Supply Company. Not an overly impressive print on this, but an excellent, excellent price. Next up is another one that I would consider a promo towel, and that is a vintage Apple logo towel. Apple, I've sold some Apple promo stuff that sells decent, so I would watch for Apple stuff on a lot of things. This vintage Apple towel sold for $199.69. Here you can see this one they're saying is new without tags. There is that cotton and polyester blend. And amazing, amazing sale. Almost $200 for a towel. Of 2 towels that you should look up, and that is Disney and Pendleton. This is a Disney in conjunction with Pendleton, Mickey the True Original 90th Anniversary Beach Towel, black and white. This one was an auction, but only got 1 bid. It sold for $199. Pendleton towels can sell high, just like their blankets. Keep an eye out. Here you can see Mickey and Pendleton there on the tag. And this one is a used towel, and it sold for $199. Next up is a vintage Budweiser towel. It's Budweiser Beer, Bud Girls Babes. This one is pre-owned, sold for a best offer on $199.95. If you're not seeing the value yet of these towels, I don't know what to tell you, because you need to look at vintage towels. There is the tag. This one does have the year down there. It looks like it is 1998. And this was an amazing sale at almost $200. We are up to our final 8, and I want to tell you these final 8 are all high dollar designer brand names, and I want you to make sure that you make sure they are authentic. There are authentication services. If you are unsure, just be sure they are authentic before you are selling them as such. And these final 8 are all going to be designer names. But that doesn't mean you cannot find them. This is a Carolina Herrera red mushrooms luxury beach towel. It was made in Italy, which is definitely something you want to look for. This was originally $590. It sold for $280. So remember Carolina Herrera, that was not a name I am familiar with. And here you can see, this is a newer one. They do show a magazine ad from it. And I guess they have dresses and bathing suits that match that towel, but an amazing sale. Remember the name Carolina Herrera. Next is a Gucci, and any Gucci towel is going to be worth money, but I wanted to put this one up here because it's white, right? It's just a plain white towel. It says Riva by Gucci, sold for a best offer on $295. It is simply just embroidered there. There is a simple Gucci tag. You can see the Riva by Gucci. It has the snaps that do keep the towel rolled up. So watch out for Gucci and your other designer brand names. This towel sold for almost $300. Next is a name I was not familiar with, and that is Montclair. I am not a big designer person, so some of you might know these names. I did not. This is a new Montclair gray terry cotton logo towel. Looks pretty simple to me, but it sold for $325. Here you can see it folded. There is that Montclair tag. I don't see a price on this, so I'm not sure what that original retail was, but this was an amazing sale at $325. Next up is a Chanel. This is a Chanel large beach towel. This one sold for $380. So again, all of those big designer names apparently are all making beach towels. This one is pre-owned. This is not a new towel, and it sold for $380. Up next is a Celine Triomphe beach towel, new with tags. This one sold for a best offer on $400. Another name I was not very familiar with. You can see there the Celine Paris. Beautiful, beautiful beach towel. This definitely would have caught my eye. And this one was a great sale at $400. This is a Louis Vuitton beach towel, sold for $598. This one is new. You can see here it does come with a dust bag as well as a box. So watch out for Louis Vuitton, all of those designer names. This one, again, is brand new. So it wouldn't sell for as much use, but it would still bring hundreds of dollars. We are up to our last 2, and they are both Hermes. So there are a bunch of different designs of Hermes, and Hermes definitely dominates the top selling towels, whether they are new or used. This is an authentic Hermes Thalassa cotton marine blue. This one sold for $699. You can see down there that Hermes Paris tag. Great, great sale, almost $700. Make sure you are watching for anything Hermes, but especially watch for towels. All right, this is the last one I'm going to show you. I wanted to show you 2 that were a lot different from each other. This is an Hermes beach bath towel with leopards. This is kind of more, I would think, along the line of traditional Hermes. Sold for $799. This is another new one, but again, even used, they sell for hundreds of dollars. So here you can see that big bath towel. It does still have the tag attached there. There is that Hermes Paris made in France that you want to look out for. This one does have that box as well as the ribbon. And this one was an amazing, amazing sale, $799. Make sure you're looking for Hermes on towels. All right, it is pouring rain all of a sudden, and hopefully you guys will be able to see me because sometimes it makes it go in and out. I hope you have enjoyed this video on towels. If you didn't know, now you do. Check out the towel section. I have found so many good towels that sell for $50, $75, $100. They are out there. Typically, they're under $5 at the thrift or estate sales. So make sure you are checking them. Let me know which one was your favorite down in the comments. I think the hippie ones and the MTV ones were my favorite. I appreciate you watching so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will see you on the next one.